Well, I suppose if I go back and look at the very beginning, my parents decided that I would go to catering college. We did what we were told in those days. During this period of time, I was living at home, and home was the Old Crown in New Oxford Street. This was at the stage when food was not very common in pubs, but my parents saw that as their route in business. The food wasn't very sophisticated. It was all the basic things like the sandwiches and sausage and mash and toasted cheese. My brother started in the pub business with a friend in Swindon, which had a lot of outbuildings, and there was a local farmer who used to come and collect any food to feed his pigs on. And he said, "Why don't you use those outbuildings for poultry?" And it was from that we decided that we would get together and develop the chicken side. Brother William took the tenancy of the Bull Inn. We started a poultry business again from then. Christmas time, you imagine fresh poultry, everything goes through the roof. I remember driving up to London, leaving at about 2:30 to 3, coming back from doing the deliveries and straight into the work again all next day. And the only break was 20 minutes laying on the kitchen floor before leaving to go up to London. So to get started, we had to take every opportunity to earn a little bit of money when it was there. We tried to add value to just selling the chicken on. We decided that we could cook them well, and the caterers didn't always know how to do that. So we went into cooked chicken. The transition into frozen was really just a natural evolvement because we had a cold store. We then had to look at our fleet, and we had to have temperature-controlled vehicles, and little by little we added additional products. Poultry was the main thing. Early days, peas and breaded scampi, and then we just developed that range. We were first people in the UK to sell frozen French fries. People thought it was ridiculous that you should be offering frozen French fries because everyone peeled their potatoes and made chips, but it turned out to be fairly successful. The success came really through being a potato shortage, and people remembered this mad person, that was me, going around and introducing the frozen chip. And I think we were very instrumental in making the pub food business what it is today. Those very early days, we hand-fed them with everything they needed, with the equipment they might want to add, with the products, printed their menus for them. A lot of it is just common sense. You can't do everything because cost is always a factor. But you can do a lot of things which are very helpful to them, but not very expensive to do. We always strive for excellence, to make sure that we do things right first time. If you don't, the difficulty of correcting, putting things right, is disruptive and very expensive, and it ruins your image. From starting Plucking a Few Chicken, you've reached the point where you're going public, you're putting your shares on the market. The day comes, we went up to see what happened. The road was nearly blocked with people queuing up to try and buy and put their applications in. We're standing there watching the queue there, and the policeman comes along and says, "Come on you, move on, move on." It was grossly oversubscribed. It was 29.5 times subscribed. We actually took an evening off and went out for dinner, so to celebrate. Sadly, Brother Peter passed away soon after that, and Brother William had heart problems by that time. That left me to look after the family interests and keep the company on the right lines. And then I was actually doing the end-of-year report, and I saw Frank Drake, chairman, 68 years old. And I thought, well, anyone looking at that, he was saying about time he retired. My brother William was saying to me, encouraging me to step back a bit. So that resulted in us, after a lot of discussion, saying our best route is to sell the business and for me to be able to then walk away. There is a time when you should step down and move away. By the time we sold it in 2002, we'd just completed an acquisition which made us totally national. I'd started the business with my two brothers, William and Peter, and although we're walking away from the business, it will always be in my heart. I still hope that the company does well and succeeds, just goes on remaining as a world-class business and with the same values.